What's up, freshies? So I'm back to break down the 2025 Indiana Fever training camp roster. So let's go ahead and look at the players who actually made the training camp roster and then talk about the potential 11 players I think that are going to actually make the final roster. Usually teams have 12 players on their final roster on opening day, but due to salary cap limitations, the Indiana Fever can only have 11 players. So let's break down all of the players on the team currently. We have Jillian Alanide, who is a forward. We have Dewana Bonner, picked up in free agency, who is a guard and a forward. We have Aaliyah Boston returning to the team, who can play center as well as a power forward for the team. We have Jalen Brown, who was picked up in free agency, who is a guard. We have Caitlin Clark returning for the team, who is our point guard. We have Sydney Colson, who was picked up in free agency, coming from the Las Vegas Aces. We have Sophie Cunningham on our team, picked up in free agency. She's a guard. We have Damiris Dantas returning to the team. She can play a center or also a power forward. We have Yvonne Eldrum, who is also a forward. Bree Hall, who is a rookie coming out of the University of South Carolina, picked up in the second round of the draft. She's the guard. We also have Natasha Howard, who was picked up in free agency, who plays the forward position. Lexi Hall returning to the team, who's the guard. Kelsey Mitchell, who's also returning to the team. She's a guard. And we also have Michaela Timpson, who was picked up as a rookie in the draft. And rounding out training camp is Brianna Turner, who is a forward/center, who was also picked up in free agency. So currently, those are the 15 young ladies who are vying for a final spot on the Indiana Fever's team. I do feel like the team this year is focusing an emphasis on defense in training camp, specifically with the Indiana Fever. We have firepower weapons as far as scoring offense throughout this team, so there's a huge emphasis on players that can bring a huge defensive mindset to the team. And honestly, you have all of the rookies as well as Jalen Brown, Julian Allen are competing for that final spot. I say final spot because with the players who are returning, I do not see any of them being waived, with that being Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, Caitlin Clark, and Damiris Dantas. I think all four of their spots are secure. And then you don't see the team going out and wasting the time, money, effort in Dewana Bonner, Brianna Turner, Natasha Howard, Sophie Cunningham, and Sydney Colson in the offseason. In free agency, I don't see them wasting their time and waiving any of those players. Though stranger things have happened, but I don't see that being an issue. I do feel like it's going to come down to the rookies trying to battle to get that 11th spot on the team due to salary cuts. Usually there will be 2 spots available, but because there's salary limitations to the Fever's salary caps, they won't be able to have all 12 players on their roster. So that gives me a lot of hope that Bree Hall can make the roster because she's a very defensive mindset type of player. She can be a lockdown defender. We've seen that the last 2 seasons when she had to step up and be a primary defender at South Carolina, guarding the leading scorer on all the other teams that they played throughout the last 2 seasons. So I have a lot of faith in Bree Hall. She'll be able to let her defensive paralysis come out during training camp so she can hopefully make the team. I do think Michaela Timpson would be a great pickup, but we already have 4 other players on the team that can rotate in the power forward center position, so that 4 and 5 position. We have Aaliyah Boston, Brianna Turner, Damiris Dantas, and Natasha Howard, as well as Dewana Bonner, who is so versatile, who could easily slide into the 4 or the 5 position if need be. I really think it's going to be hard for rookie Michaela Timpson to make the roster. And the other rookies, I also feel like have a lot of ground to cover if they want to make the team, being with the extensive work that the Fever made in the offseason. This is a team that's looking to compete for a championship right now. They're not trying to rebuild. They are trying to win this season. So I definitely think they're going to keep their experienced vets on the team. So it's really going to come down to the battle of the rookies who wants that final spot. But I do think our final 11 players that are going to be on the team are going to be DeWanna Bonner, Aaliyah Boston, Caitlin Clark, Sydney Colson, Sophie Cunningham, Damiris Dantes, Natasha Howard, Lexi Hall, Kelsey Mitchell, Brianna Turner, and I am going to say that Bree Hall is going to pick up that 11 spot. So that rounds out the 2025 Indiana Fever training camp roster. Please get in the comments and let me know which team you guys want me to do next, and I will start working on that video this week. Talk to you soon. See you later, Freshies. Peace.